What is going on, everybody? My name is Conor and Lorraine. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is just too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my best pal, Mr. Shaun Would. Shaun, how's it going?
I'm good, Conor. It's good to see you today.
Yeah. You know what? I think a lot of people don't know this, but there's one thing I say about Shaun is that he'll never leave us. And the main thing to remember is that Shaun is a man, consistently, he's always there for you. Always. Yeah. And he'd never let any of us down.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. And so I bring all of this up to be like, obviously, this is just off the top of my head, Shaun. I just wanted to give you a bit of a shout out. Do you have any plans or events coming up that you want to tell us all about?
I'm going to be away for the next 3 weeks or so, and don't even try and contact me.
Sorry, what?
Did I not tell you? Oh no, I'm going to be... What I'm doing is, I'm pissing off for the first 3 weeks of November.
And so you're bringing your mic, right?
No, do you know what? It's luggage restrictions these days. They don't like people travelling with audio equipment for some reason.
What you're telling me, if this is the start of Weird News Wednesday, that you're going to be gone for 3 weeks of November, and this is the last Weird News until then.
Exactly. If it's any consolation, I'll be in Japan having a lovely time.
That's not a consolation. That's the worst fucking... So you're saying your happiness should bring me joy? I don't think that's how it works.
Look, all I'm saying is the next few... Wednesday the 1st of November, I won't be here. The 8th of November, I won't be here. The 15th of November, I can't stress, I will not be here. Now, the 22nd, fair enough, I'll be back.
But you don't feel like doing it that day.
I might take the week off, then the 29th, sure, what's the point? You know,
we've already missed November at that point.
Just write it off.
We just wanted to let everyone know early on, because that is happening. Now, we still will have episodes coming out, so don't worry about that. We have some Weird News classics lined up.
Which, honestly... Some of our best work in those classic episodes, to be
much
honest.
better than what we're doing right now.
Better than what you're about to get for the next hour.
So we're planning on doing that. We wanted to let everyone know Hero Zero is still coming out this week, and I think we're going to get a Hero Zero for next week. Not quite sure. Movie Mondays also coming out next week to cover all of November.
That's it. Patreon as well will be coming out. A couple of things on the Patreon going up over the weekend.
We have our Michael Morbius review. It's Morbid time coming out at a Q&A. But Shaun, it's time for Weird News. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man who has been too busy preparing, and I can't stress this enough, not to be here to look at any weird news.
I mean, I suppose packing for a 3-week trip is enough, but at the same time, why are you leaving us?
I'm just going out for some milk and some smokes. I'll be right back, guys. Don't worry.
Any minute now, we'll be back.
Walk through those doors.
I love the idea every Wednesday I jump on a Google Meet just with like my mic on, just waiting for you to join.
He'll log in. He'll definitely
any second now he's going to log in.
we can do it with an 8-hour time difference if you want.
I think that'd be fantastic. Just you jet lagged to fuck.
just in a foul mood.
So Shaun, we're starting off Weird News this week with a story that was a story from a radio show in New Zealand. And it caught my eye because it's a story that's so incredible that I was like, I feel like Shaun needs to know that this actually happened as well.
Okay.
So we've all been dealt some low blows when it comes to family feud, Shaun. I know you're in a feud for many years with your family.
With several families.
But this bloke's sister, they've taken the biscuit. So a man named Callum rang into New Zealand's ZM radio show. And the story was that, has anyone ever felt... have you ever been presumed dead is the name of the segment. So they just did a random thing of like, have you ever gone on the fucking piss for 3 days and someone's like, they presumed you were dead, basically.
Usually it's a missing persons report filed first. They don't presume death immediately.
New Zealand and Ireland and Australia, different kettle. It's a different area there.
Ireland, there's a level of wiggle room where it's like, look, he could just be on one. Like...
Was he with the lads?
Yeah.
He could be on one. If he wasn't with the lads, he could still be on one because the lads aren't around. So that's kind of our options.
He's on a solo on one, which is very dangerous to be fair.
So as I said, the man named Callum rang in, and he was easily basically the best story that anyone had during the segment. He said, "Yes, I definitely have been presumed dead, mate. My sisters were in a bit of a tiff with my parents at the time, and they weren't really getting along. So he was living in Wellington and his whole family were living in Christchurch. And so his older sister, as a way to get one over on her younger sister, apparently they were all in or one of her parents, told their parents that he was dead."
That's a wild move to pull at any kind of an argument.
So he claimed that his vengeful sisters informed their parents that he was dead and buried.
Why? What did he do to them?
And that his ex-girlfriend's parents didn't want them at his funeral.
Wait, his ex-girlfriend's parents?
So his girlfriend at the time.
Oh, okay.
So his ex-girlfriend now.
And they've
but his
since
girlfriend
broken up.
Yes. But
after he came back from the dead.
Yeah, after he came back from the dead. So the story goes that he's just living his life in Wellington. His sisters have fallen out with his parents. And as a way to get back at them are like, your son Callum is dead. Callum is dead. We know and you don't. And also his girlfriend's parents don't want you at the funeral.
I'd be fucking livid if I was dragged into there. What is this fight that's going on? What warrants that?
I don't what is happening. Probably over some inheritance. Probably.
I don't know. I guarantee you, it's the smallest shit. Though, how old are these? I need more information before I can decide who's at fault here. It's not Callum, I'll tell you that much.
Not only did his sisters tell his parents that he was dead, but that he was dead for 6 months.
Okay, Callum needs to keep better in touch with his parents.
So obviously the question is, why have you not contacted your parents? And he responded, I was just busy with life at the time and work. And then I was like, wait, I haven't heard from my parents in a while. I wonder what's going on.
There's so much to unpack.
His parents just never rang him for 6 months, and he was like, he's just a dude living away from home, being like, well, look, they're not ringing me. Who gives a fuck?
But I will look. It doesn't hurt to give a text every now and again, folks. It does.
Just an odd hello, lad. Just an odd hello.
How are you doing? Have a nice day.
It'll mean more to them than it ever does to you.
That's it. You don't do this for yourself. You do it for other people, folks. That's what it's all about.
We're building bridges. I've spoken to my mother 7 years going on now. Just any day now I'll send her a text.
That's because of that game of who can stay quietest the longest.
True. We lived in the same house for a few of those years and still nothing. Just straight up.
Went through several crises. We're talking really would have helped.
Did a wrong one day, and you know what? At that stage, I was 21 and had no notions about myself.
I was growing by that point.
I will no longer speak to you. This steak isn't rare; it's medium rare. So look, he's like, why are my parents not ringing me? So 6 months pass. His sister, he doesn't know that his sisters have told his parents that he's dead, and him not contacting them has kind of proven the point without him even realising.
But did they not look up a grave or anything like that?
So
after they were told?
Well, maybe they just didn't understand the internet.
There's a newspaper.
It's true.
Look, Connor, again, touch wood, this doesn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Someone told me in the morning, Connor died. I'm going to try and ring you to verify that. I'm not just going to take the first person I meet.
It's one of those shot in the darks. Well, look, there's 1 billion to 1 shot he picks up if he's actually dead. But on the one chance he does, let's give it a go.
And someone would answer,
Yeah.
And then I get the full story.
So he then decided that he would give his mother and dad a ring at the time.
Better than showing up to the house, I will say.
So he rings them, and imagine them on the other end of the phone. Callum is ringing you.
That's horrendous. They grieved, probably.
Yeah.
And the daughters let that happen.
And they just answered the phone, and they're just like, you're alive? My mother was absolutely in tears, and my dad was just kind of gobsmacked. He was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Those daughters are in fucking bother. That's not on. You can't do that. You can't. Okay, you can say that in an argument. It's not cool, but you can. But you need to immediately clear up afterwards. No, he's not dead. I just made that up.
So apparently the host kind of questioned him on like why his parents just accepted it without questioning it, and he said that they were kind of like running around calling our other family members, seeing if they had heard anything, and then they didn't really know anything to go off of. So his parents just kind of presumed he must have died because they couldn't find anything.
This man have like no social media presence at all.
Maybe it's a few years ago.
Connor as well, again, if it was you and I got this call and I'm like, oh, I can't find it, I'm going to your house like to find, like, I'll figure it out.
But it gets even better because he was then asked, well, how did you die? So like his sisters have come up with this story, and they're like they broke into their parents to like break their fucking hearts, and they're like, how did he die? And he was like, oh no, it got even worse, because he said that his sisters told his parents that not only was he dead, but that he had been stabbed to death.
Why? For what?
Murdered. There's been another murder.
But that would be investigated, surely. A stabbing in Christchurch.
He's not even dead by an accident, by like a car accident, or like just a general.
Just went in his sleep or anything like that. No, it was a horrible death.
No, somebody stabbed him to death. And then he was asked, were you the sort of person that would have been stabbed? And he responded, I was not in gangs, I will say. At the point in time, though, it wouldn't have been unpeculiar for me to get stabbed. I think
trashy.
He was probably like 21 and on the fucking piss every weekend.
Yeah. And it'd probably not go into the most reputable of drinkeries. So,
he went on to explain that his mother and dad were over the moon to find out that he was in fact still alive. He then rushed back home that weekend to reassure them that it was really him.
This isn't some cruel prank. And then presumably to have words with his sisters as well about what went on.
He then told them that his parents no longer speak to his sisters.
Right, okay. Well, that's family drama that isn't funny, so we're not going to talk about that at all.
I mean, to be fair though, they do have a reason.
Completely justified in their decision. If you had to say pronounce yourself dead to get away from some stuff, how are you saying it happens? What's going on?
So you're saying how would I fake my own death is really the question.
That's the real question, yeah.
And that's kind of, that could get me put in jail, so I don't really want to say.
Well, you're not planning on doing it, I'm sure.
No, I'm not planning. Look, I'm not.
Well, few people plan on it, yeah.
All I'm saying is it'd be an awful shame if a lot of those deaths just went bye-bye, you know what I mean?
Podcast's going to go dark for about 3 weeks, and then...
Look, they're going to take my kneecap, Shaun. I need to come up with a reason.
Can I have one of them, please?
Okay, so what way would you... Look, you want to do a heroic one. So I'm going to say a baby is going to be murdered and I like save the day and like with my dying breath get them to safety or something.
See, but you need to get rid of the body is the thing. You can't be found.
It's in the ocean.
In the ocean. Good one. Yeah.
So the ocean off Ireland, just fucking Atlantic, right? I'm in the Atlantic. A baby fallen in there several miles out. I don't know how. I've dived in, got the baby to shore, but then floated back out to death. You
were so tired that you just said, I'm going to rest here a bit. The tide took you.
Because I had my arms up like celebrating, like because I had saved the baby and then I sunk.
You stopped treading water. You have famously lead-filled bones as well.
You know that about me. They call me old anchor legs.
The other option I had would be, I'm taking this tour flight over an active volcano.
Oh, good.
And then, no, I fell out. And then I'm safe. Then I'm free and easy.
Better check if this door works.
I pay off the pilot, be like, hey, put me down over there. Then fly back and say, oops. And then...
I would like maybe some sort of... Maybe a dazzling like heist. Maybe I die in a heist.
Oh, okay, but what's, like, as in you're committing the heist or you're trying to stop the heist?
I think I'm committing it, but for good reasons. Maybe someone needs a surgery and I need the money, and then the money still gets to them, but I somehow die heroically.
I've got it. I've got the perfect one. And no one can question me on this.
Go for it.
I lock myself in a bank vault with some radioactive isotope. Then we lock the door. And then, for all intents and purposes, I am alive and dead. It's Shaun Dinger's cat, ladies and gentlemen.
Just me explaining that to your parents.
So in a way, you don't have to do a funeral at all.
When you think about it, he's both alive and dead. We don't actually know, to be honest with you, lads.
No. Now, he doesn't have any food or water, so time is ticking.
I mean, ultimately, he is basically dead. I cannot stress that enough. But at the same time,
you never know, do you?
You never know. He's a strong old lad. You know what I mean? He could have eaten that kneecap. And
he's eaten himself from the legs up.
Eaten himself. I just have to keep imagining me telling that to your parents and them looking at me like, why are you telling us this?
It's like he told you this in advance to tell us.
Like, you are not qualified to do this.
You don't understand the principle, I'm pretty sure.
I think what's the worst way to go?
As in, what's the actual worst way to die?
No, as in like faking your own death, worst way to go.
Oh, okay, great. The actual worst way is slowly crushed. Anyway.
But to be fair, if you were to fake your own death, you'd pick something embarrassing, because nobody would ever believe that would happen.
That's true.
Or you'd make that up. Sorry, nobody would believe that you were making it up. If like, I fell on a banana peel and smashed my head and died and floated out to sea, you can't find me.
Yeah. Heart attack at a brothel, like that kind of thing.
Died in a toilet, but the toilet vanished.
Oh, bad. Fell in an outhouse.
Eaten by a bear, but like a baby bear.
Oh, like not even like, you were bested by a stronger animal.
No.
Just like trampled by cows. That kind of thing.
Yeah. But we need to get rid of the body. So, pushed into a volcano by a goat.
Good, actually, yeah. Slipped into some water that then froze. A cat. Fell over a cat, fell into some water, and then Mr. Freeze, the fictional character, froze that water, ultimately killing you. Buried alive, but not too deep, so you really could have dug out, but you just didn't. You didn't try.
But you were just tired.
Yeah.
Like it was like at the beach where you get like buried up to your neck, and you were just like, well, I'm going to die of starvation here. I can't get out.
Well, this is the end for old Shaun, fellas.
Look, I think we've covered a lot of ground there. I feel like that story is insane. We have a Q&A on Spotify. What would be your favourite? There's a questionnaire down below.
There is. It's going to ask you. The episode will finish. It'll say, what did you think of this episode? Forget that question. Tell us the best way to fake your death.
Yeah, tell us the best way, because we're taking notes, not for us, but for people we know, called Gone and Shonner.
Gone and Shaun. You just see.
What? Sorry, what?
You could have just used real names, is the thing. Like,
we're all out of Bort license plates.
My son is also named Bort.
Who the hell is named Bort? My son is also named Bort. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next piece of news, Shaun. And this was sent in by one of our patrons. And it's also from New Zealand. Seems a lot of things are happening. We need to get on to Waffles, because Waffles, our patron, sent this in. New Zealand city plagued by Celine Dion speaker battles.
Okay. This is two people, I want to say, blaring Celine Dion at each other. That's interesting. So
cars covered with loudspeakers blasting remixes of the singer's ballads angers residents of Poirua. Definitely nailed that. It's a small city in New Zealand and has been plagued by siren battles, which are cars decked out with the loudspeakers, and they keep blaring Celine Dion hits. And the city is calling on authorities to step in and end the noise. The battles are part of a New Zealand subculture where music enthusiasts cover their cars at up to dozens of industrial speakers, then compete to have the loudest and clearest sounds coming from their car.
This is like an Irish car park circa 2007.
Yeah. It's reached New Zealand now.
Oh my God. Well, it's a great time while it lasts, folks. I would enjoy it.
What kind of battles? What did you have in the past?
It was mainly Green Day, Linkin Park, Blink 182. You know I'm trash.
I know. Did you find anyone to battle with you, or is
No. It's purely a solo battle.
Yeah.
It's me standing in a car park listening to an iPod.
An iPod Nano. Yes, 500 songs. So the mayor, Anita Baker, why does she need a baker? No, I'm not going to do that. Said residents are...
I considered telling that joke and then thought, no, it's not worth it.
You know what was funny? Because I knew that you were going to make it, so I got there before you. So she said residents are being kept up at night by cars that cruise around the streets or set up in parking lots in speaker competitions. Speaker competitions, so it's the clearest audio wins.
It's clearest, not loudest. That's an interesting distinction.
We need to find somewhere alternative for these people to go, or they need to stop. They're the two options. We either find them somewhere else to go, or they just stop blaring Celine Dion. And look, nobody can stop blaring Celine Dion.
Can't blare Celine. And now look, they're playing remixes. That's a bit odd to me. But hey, we'll allow it. I don't like a remix, Connor.
I'm not a fan of a remix.
No, they're like, I've never I don't think anyone's favourite song is a remix, you know?
A remix of a song that is a classic song.
Exactly, yeah. Like there's look, he's a bad dude, R. Kelly, but I will say the remix to Ignition, pretty good. Okay, that's probably the best one that there is.
Why would you go there?
Look, outside of everything.
Okay, bad one we heard recently was Elton John did Rocket Man again with Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
And I think Dua Lipa's good. I think Elton's good. I think Rocket Man is from 1974 or wherever it is, and maybe we should just play that version. It's fine.
What's the one that it's Under Pressure versus Ice Ice Baby? That's the example of a remix that is just worse, right? Yeah.
No, I think that the most annoying thing, if you ever are at a party where there's a DJ there, is, and I fucking hate this, Shaun, and this is one of my pet peeves, starts the song, I don't know, Whitney Houston, right? You start that first verse of Whitney, everyone's piling out onto that floor.
Everyone's on board at that point.
Everyone's on board. What the fuck, I love this song. And then chorus hits, morphs into dance music. No, I'm not about that. You cannot trick me like that.
No, what I prefer is give me a banger. Give me Whitney, give me whatever. And somewhere in your DJ brain, segue that into Cascada or something like that. That's how you do the ballad to dance.
I don't want it to morph into generic dance music. I want it to morph into a different banger.
Yeah. I want banger to banger to banger.
I don't want generic. It's that's no use to me. Cascada has the ins, but has the bangers.
I saw a thing, and it was the most you thing I've ever seen, because it was Evanescence, Bring Me to Life,
of course,
and then into Every Time We Touch. It was insane. It was so good.
Well, I mean, if you could morph some Journey into that now as well, I'm all in.
Any particular Journey song or location you'd like?
I just any way you want it, obviously.
Very good.
The mother-father thing from Texas 1981, Shaun, it's a good show. You know what I mean? It's a good one.
It's a good show. I tune into that every Friday night.
I was there at the show at that time.
I was there in spirit.
It was good, yeah. I was 23 at the time. It was a good old time for us all.
Well, Jesus, you're much older than you look.
I'm skin routine. Just
skin routine.
Skin routine. Prevention is the best cure, Shaun. That's what I'm just going to say.
Prevention of what?
It's aging.
How do you prevent aging? If you have that figured out, fucking let me know.
By skincare routines, fancy moisturisers.
What are you using? A squalene cleanse? Is that called?
I'm using creamy stuff.
Creamy stuff.
Yeah, creamy stuff. You stick it on your face, Bob's your uncle, you're laughing.
I don't have an
But don't
uncle,
laugh
Bob.
too much, you'll get
you.
laugh lines. Don't fuck around with that, be sad.
I'd rather have laugh lines, Connor. I'd rather have laugh lines and be sad all the time.
I'd rather look beautiful.
I know. Have you not
And be
seen
sad.
Catwoman, Connor? Have you not seen it?
If anyone doesn't know, the plot of the 2003 movie Catwoman, in which a makeup company turns evil and decides the best version of makeup is one that like destroys your face if you stop using it.
Yes, which I think, and this might have affected my view of the skincare market, I think that kind of is the case. Like, because if you stop using all the like creams and stuff, your face is going to look.
But
different.
you don't want it like to be too extreme. You want it like fractionally worse if you stop.
Yeah. So it's not like it is in the film. That's a dramatization.
You can't come out in a rash. There's no help with that. But I do think we need to get back to Celine Dion.
Sorry, Celine.
So it's a popular choice, apparently. While the events draw plenty of noise complaints, siren battles have also cultivated a community. So one of the local media outlets has quoted the member of one siren group explaining Dion's music was popular because it is clear, with high treble and not much bass. But Baker says the siren kings are terrorising residents with unwelcome takes on Dion's classics.
First of all, the Siren Kings is an amazing name for a group.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
And I kind of like that, though, because it's not just, hey, let's see how much bass the car can make, because a car making bass is easy. But to be like, we can get crisp, clear vocals out of this.
Baker has a quote here where she's like, they play half a song and then they tweak it on their things and they make a screeching noise, so it's not like you're even listening to the good music. And then she says, I don't mean to be awful, but it's not even a complete song. Like that's the thing that's the most annoying. Like, keep everyone up until 4 a.m. but do a good song.
Yeah, because you can fall asleep to Celine Dion like that, and that's not a slag either. I mean, it's like, it's relaxing music, you know.
A powerhouse of a woman.
Yeah, all by myself. My heart will go on. The list is endless of Celine Dion songs.
Name another one.
I'm Alive.
Do you, by any chance, have the list in front of you?
It's all coming back to me.
It's all just in my head, you know what I mean? So they also have asked the local council to intervene, which I don't know how they would.
No, surely it's
all of the noise complaints. Like, what do you do about that?
You need to. What's the opposite of Celine Dion then, as a song?
So someone who's not a powerhouse.
Not a power. They can still be a powerhouse, just a different kind. You need an equal level. But the opposite vibe.
You're fighting fire with fire.
Yeah, I think we need to muscle the rest of them out. And like New Zealand County Council need to be the ones who are like
County Council.
I don't know the local government in Christchurch or wherever it is.
City Council,
Town Council, whatever it's called. But you need to like, they need to be the ones to be like, here, we'll play the really hardcore awful shit, drive all the Celine Dion fans out, and then we leave, and then it's done.
Oh, so we need someone who's bad.
No, I wouldn't say even bad. Just more aggressive than Celine. Would scare off Celine Dion enjoyers.
I mean, you gotta go rock then, surely.
Rock.
Maybe some sort of heavy rock.
Heavy rock, metal, Slipknot.
You could go Slipknot. I mean, I think you get away with some Green Day. I think you play Green Day, that would fight Celine Dion all day.
That's true, and I also think that you wouldn't have the remix problem with rock, because people would just play the full song and people might be happier with that.
Until 4 or 5 in the morning. I'd be delighted when I can't sleep before work. I'd be loving life. Play St. Jimmy great. Again, I'd say.
You're shouting from your window.
Like, haven't slept in 3 weeks. Play it again.
Your fiancé is just like, fucking stop, please.
Stop requesting that. It's the 7th time tonight.
But he's coming round.
He's coming round. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that bit. Okay, we need to move on to our next piece of news, Shaun. And man has completed an amazing feat. You probably heard about it this week. It's a TikToker, which kind of makes me think, I don't really want to cover any TikToks, but
Of course.
man completes grueling mission to drink 2,000 pints in 200 days.
Insane. What's that, 10 pints a day?
10 pints a day, yeah.
Disgusting. No, I've this dude, I don't follow him, but he just continually pops up on my
He's
TikTok
got that algorithm.
the whole time.
The algorithm thinks everyone likes it.
Yeah, he's got all the booze bags under him.
Sure, it's a lot of alcohol to drink, but he's managed it with a bit extra in the tank by the looks of things. At this point, it's worth throwing out the disclaimer that we do not encourage you to take on any similar challenges like this.
Do you know the way I have the thing where I think, oh, I could do that?
Yes.
Genuinely, I could not do this. That sounds miserable.
That's the first time you've ever said that.
This sounds really unenjoyable to do for 200, nearly a year.
I think it becomes a job at a certain point.
I think you can't have a job and do this. Like,
that's a different thing. Yeah, but how are you affording all of the pints?
Unless it's just savings, maybe. Like, I think I don't know. I think you would need just like a rich uncle or something who finances this, or maybe he makes money off the TikTok and that pays.
I just about to read that he has his full-time job is TikTok creator now.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that feel, buddy? Probably pretty good, actually.
Probably, you know what? If I could get paid without doing 9 to 5, fuck that.
With 10 pints a day, by the way, I don't think that man's been sober in 200 days then. Like,
not fully.
No, yeah. Like, he's not woken up sober in a while. Or
he's woken up rough, I'm assuming.
I'm fairly sure he'd develop alcoholism after that.
I think you would wake up rough for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you would stop feeling rough.
I feel like genuinely, though, you would have to taper off it. Because if you just, like, here's 10 pints with a load of alcohol in it for 200 days and then just stop, I think your body will just go into shock and be like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, because it's now learned to live off those two. Okay, question. What would you drink 2,000 pints of if you had 200 days? You have the same challenge. What are you going for?
Can I do water? I think I can manage that.
No.
10 pints of water in a day also is...
Seems like, a lot. You're pissing
non-stop. It does seem like a lot,
non-stop.
doesn't it? Yeah, you're just... I don't think I could drink 10 pints of anything in a day.
Yeah, like, that's... Like, if I gave you, like, I don't know, I'm a big fan of a Pepsi Max cherry, Shaun. Look,
right, I don't like cherry, but that's all right.
I'll take a Pepsi Max even.
Pepsi Max.
So you take a pint. If you gave me a pint of that, I'd be like, oh, that's a nice pint. But then if you said, drink 9 more of those pints,
I would be like, alone would.
I would be like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm not going to enjoy this, is the issue here.
After the third one, I am feeling sick, and I've developed diabetes after the 7th.
Yeah, the pints I've ever drank was 14 in one night. It was a 12 pubs, and I did 14 pints.
That's too many.
It's too many. Look, I was having a good time, but like it wasn't like the same. Like a couple of those were like 2%, like nothing pints, you know. But
so what you're saying is little bitch boy pints.
Little bitch boy pints, of course.
Yes.
But I wasn't even. I was more uncomfortable by the end of it because I was so full of bubbles that I just wanted to die.
The carbonation alone would fill you up.
You would like the. Also, that man's toilet has seen some things in the last 10 to 11 months.
Like, I think, at a certain point, your body just, like, either blows up like a balloon and you float away, or just, like, gas just no longer works inside you.
Yeah, like, I would pay money if this dude did, like, a doctor's appointment before and then after this chat and just see what he's done to himself.
You're thinking of the McDonald's thing.
Yeah, like the Super Size Me, but with pints. Write that down. That'll be good for the Patreon.
that's an Irish documentary.
Has to be done already, surely.
Like, I think we get one of the lads. Who would you get? You get one of the out lads in the pub. Yeah. And you're like, look, 10 pints a day, 200 days. I'll pay for them. I think they could do it.
That's like... I think from watching this dude on TikTok as well, I think he was saying he's having some of the pints at home. They're not all in a bar, because you would be bankrupt at that point.
You'd have to buy like a 6-pack.
Yeah. You can buy 10 packs these days, Conor. That's your night sorted. That's your Tuesday night sorted.
Lovely Tuesday night in.
Lovely
watching
Tuesday,
Bake Off.
10 pints.
We're now at 10 pints. I like the idea that he cooks like a really healthy meal beforehand. Like he's like, oh well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm having a fucking beautifully healthy, balanced diet here. Like, we got your carbs, we got some of your proteins. You know, you gotta have a balanced diet. 9 pints later, he's like, well, I get a fucking kebab. Like, just for fuck's sake.
Well,
like,
sure. The fucking
might as well.
The calories in pints as well. Like, he must have put on weight over this, definitely.
Oh, you'd have to.
10 pints, you're talking what, like 150, 200 calories, depending on the pint?
You don't have time to go for a run in between.
No, you're also pissed. You can't run in a straight line.
I feel like if you as my regular alcoholic that I talk to for all things alcohol, if you were saying
alcohol drinker, let's take the ick out of it, please.
Sorry, no. I misspoke. Sorry, you with alcoholism, obviously.
There you
go.
I have a different kind of ism.
In Ireland, there's no like leisure drinkers, so
no.
You're either on it or you're not.
Yeah, you're on it, and then one day you say, I won't have a drink, and then everyone's like, are you alright?
Is there something going on at home? What's going on?
Are you on antibiotics? Is that it?
Are you pregnant? Are you? God, are you pregnant? Go on, tell us now.
Jesus, no.
I know I'd only have a bit of vodka if I was. You know what about me?
Vodka cranberry, do you know? Just for
nice gentle one for the baby. Shaun, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this was also sent in by Waffles. He did 2 stories this week.
Good God.
I mean, perfect ones, but man pretends to be mannequin in Warsaw shop window, then begins robbing store after they close down.
Honestly, that's a cartoon level bit, and I appreciate it.
A man who stood motionless in a shop window in Warsaw holding a bag and hoping to pass for a mannequin has been charged with suspected theft and burglary. The police say 20 to 22-year-old suspect, whom they have not named, went unnoticed by staff and shoppers as he stood frozen in the window to blend in with all of the mannequins until closing time.
That's more impressive than anything.
Yeah.
What time did he... Like, did he come in near closing time, or was he there since lunch?
Well, I mean, it'd be ridiculous to come in at lunchtime. Like, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
You're not giving yourself any kind of a chance at that. Like.
No, I think store closes at 6 o'clock. You come in about 5:45.
Yeah, and I guess all the staff are just like, I just want to leave at that point. Yeah. So probably get away with it.
He was then accused of going into various departments and taking jewellery after closing time. With a bag in his hand, he stood still in front of a shop window, pretending to be a display mannequin. When he felt safe, he went hunting and he robbed the island of jewellery. The man was also accused of other shopping centre incidents. On another day, he allegedly went to a shopping centre bar after closing time and ate all of his food. Then he entered a designer clothes shop to exchange his clothes for new ones. So, he robbed them and then exchanged them back?
Or maybe just he had his regular clothes and just swapped them for brand new clothes from this designer shop.
Yes. Perfect.
He's getting away with it for a while. He got greedy, is what he did.
In another incident, he is alleged to have waited until closing time to take money from several cash registers and to have attempted to steal items. So eventually they caught him after all of these crimes. They've got him on CCTV doing all of these things, but what took him out was the mannequin challenge that he completed.
It's sad that that's the one that did him in, because it's probably the one he deserved the most, you know? Because
ironically, his luck would finally run out because he's standing still. So they got a really good look at him on the CCTV for like a long period of time.
They had there was no blurry like half frame of an image where you could see. They just had this man dead to rights, like
front and centre.
And like in the mannequin display, where it's designed to be as easy to see as possible from all angles.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think this might be one of our greatest criminal masterminds we've had on Weird News. I mean, it's certainly a unique way of going about it.
I think the next step would be like you wear like a white morph suit or something, so that you look kind of like a mannequin. and then do like you need to double down on it basically. Like, because this presumably just looked like a regular man standing there, and people were like,
yeah,
"Oh, that's
you got to go all out." Like, I think what you do is you put your arms like cross your arms at your chest or at your back, and then put the fake wooden arms in to your arms.
Oh, good, yeah, just to double it down.
I think you double all the way down. They're like, well, he's got wooden arms. Like, kids are coming around moving those hands, making like a thumbs up or a middle finger, and everyone's like having a giggle. You just keep standing still, lad.
Do you ever have to dress a mannequin?
Yes.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? It's the worst job. Those things do not want to stay together.
I used to work in a clothes shop, and so I was dressing the mannequin, and then I remember like I spent like a fucking 40 minutes trying to get this fucking mannequin with like these new designer clothes that we'd gotten in, and they were like, you gotta show them off.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good. And so I put them on the mannequin, and then one of the girls who worked in the shop, she came around and she was like, that's black and navy. And I was like, fuck it, you're right.
I can't do it.
Because we had like black jeans, and then like we had this navy like it's like regatta tops, like like one of those like woolly tops that you wear outside, and it was like a navy half zip, and I was like, that's a nice one. But then I was like, they don't go together. But it took me fucking ages to put them on, and then I was like,
too close
well,
to it. You see, you were like,
they're black and navy now.
It's a new style we're starting, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to do one day, and the arms kept falling off, so I just wrapped half a roll of sellotape around it and then put it back in the window. Yeah, had to take it off the next time we have to change the clothes. Like, but
no, what you do is next time you do it, you keep tutting and being like, who the fuck, who did this?
Do you know what I did
last time?
I think I did that, and then I left that job.
You're dead right. That last day on the job.
Yeah, just made it. Whoever replaced me, it's their problem to deal with.
Yeah, like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. Who's done this? That's actually terrible. I mean, if I get a hold of them, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind. That's a lovely piece of sellotape, though. Jesus, sellotape well, actually. Now, give the devil his due.
He knows how to apply tape. I'll give that to him, honestly.
And he's probably handsome. But look, after that, I'm stopping. I'm stopping with the compliments. So, Shaun, we're going to move on to our next piece of news. And this is one of my favourite headlines we've had in a long time. Man arrested for faking heart attack 20 times at different restaurants to keep avoiding paying the bill.
I respect the hustle, to be honest.
We've had shithousery before, and this goes under the shithousery umbrella.
Like, the risk of this is that an ambulance gets called on you, though. Like,
you want to survive.
Yeah, you want to have a heart attack and then be fine, but but you need to be able to leave immediately.
So this is in Alicante in Spain. A 50-year-old man from Lithuania was recently arrested after allegedly faking heart attacks at numerous restaurants in order to avoid paying any bills. The man, who is identified only as Adas, but has become locally known as Gastroyeta, has tried to scam at least 20 times over the past year at different restaurants in Alicante. Most recently, the man ordered a seafood paella and 2 whiskies at El Buen Corner restaurant a few months ago. And he had a bill of €34, right?
Right. Not massive.
The man attempted to leave without paying, but the restaurant staff stopped him and noted how he still needed to pay the bill. The scammer became visibly upset and said he was going to get the money from his hotel room. When the staff refused to let him leave without paying, the man dramatically threw himself on the ground and pretended to have a heart attack, according to the news outlet.
It's not as smooth as I imagined it being at the start. Like, it's much more like, hey, we caught you trying to leave.
I think it's better if you call it early. You have the heart attack before anyone notices you're there.
Yeah, I think you have, like, you need to have the heart attack at the quote-unquote heart attack at the table and, like, clutch a waiter's arm and ask for water. If
you can grab the sheet on the table and drag that down as you're going down.
A1 move. Outstanding.
Perfect acting job. Like, and then you got to throw the arm on the other arm.
Yeah.
Of like, hand on the other arm, on your left arm, like, oh shit, there's shooting pains. And then as you're going down, try to keep holding it onto something. Try to keep going. As you got drag everything. Make as loud a bang as possible. You're away with it.
If you can stand back up and then fall down again, even better. You know.
We're not giving you tips on how to avoid bills, but look, all I'm saying is I haven't paid for a meal in 24 years, Shaun.
You were young having heart attacks, but
I started having heart attacks from very young ages.
Your father was just like, go on, have a heart attack there.
Go on there now. I know you're 4. Go on there now, have a heart attack. Go on.
Them chicken nuggets aren't going to pay for themselves now.
We're in McDonald's. Got a Happy Meal for €1. Have a heart attack. Go on, son. So not fooled, the staff called the police instead of an ambulance, and the man was recognised by local authorities. The restaurateur said the man doesn't speak Spanish very well, but he does seem to understand it. The man's image had reportedly been shared among many restaurants in the area to stop him from striking again. He was arrested multiple times in the city of Alicante, and the modus operandi was always the same: fake heart attack so he doesn't have to pay the bill. But to get arrested multiple times and then still go, next time I go for a meal, this one's the one.
I've learned from this. Or I can just
I'm going to do this better.
So has it ever been successful, or has he gotten caught every time?
It must have been, because they said he was only arrested multiple times, but if he's tried it 20 times, I assume at least, I would say 6 or 7 worked.
And they just let him go. Like, surely you would have to call an ambulance. Like, you'd have a duty.
Oh, unless there's somebody in the restaurant with him, and then they're like, I'll drive him to the hospital.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Then it's 2 people out for dinner. But then you're like, look, the person who's driving is just like, look, I'll settle this up later. And then it's like, oh, okay.
I'll be back. Honestly, no, I can't think right now. I'm so stressed. I'm overwhelmed with my loved one who is having a heart attack. Look at him. He's in bits. So
we'll lock him in this safe with some radioactive isotope, just in case.
Shaun Dinger's cat, I say to the Spanish people.
Just shouting it at this. Shaun Dinger's cat.
They're just looking at him like, what are you talking about? So look, I feel like I like the shithousery of going all out for it, because I think sometimes it gets overlooked that just gotta sometimes give these things a go. And I like, it must have worked once for him to think, well, this is a perfect plan.
Yeah,
this won't go wrong.
Either it's worked once, or he's seen it work for someone else and he's trying to recapture that.
Yeah. Should I have from one criminal to a heist of possibly the least accessible amount of money or way to get money, because theft of 2 million dimes from truckload of coins has been taken.
Jesus Christ.
This is in Philadelphia. Federal authorities have released more details on unsealed charges in the theft of more than 2 million dimes earlier this year from a tractor trailer that had picked up the coins from the US Mint in Philadelphia. The truck driver was bound for Miami when he pulled into a parking lot to sleep. This is earlier on this year.
So a Florida man is doing this thievery, is what you're telling me.
No, he's bound for Florida, but he's in Philadelphia at the moment. So it's Philadelphia, man. During the night, thieves turned up and made off with a portion of its cargo. $750,000, $750,000 in dimes. A shipment weighing about 6 tons.
Fuck me. How do you transport that kind of thing?
That's the question. How do you transport that?
Are you doing it in little like cloth bags with a $sign on the side?
And you can only put a certain amount of coins in it because you're checking it into the bank. It's going into those little plastic bags.
You got to put it back in the bank, like. Did you have the plastic bags as a kid as well? Sorry.
Of course, you got to count those coins and put them in the right amount.
Oh, just those loose coins spread over the kitchen table and just like pairing them off and putting them in bags.
Yeah. And then you're like, okay, we need 22 euro coins. Oh no. Who has 22 euro coins in their little piggy bank? Nobody.
Yeah, I've
got 4.
Yeah. You needed like 101 cents, and you need like, and without that, you were at nothing. You couldn't just
No,
lodge
the
it in
bank
the
would
bank.
just tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, you'd walk in,
They'd
they'd just
throw it
burst
back
out
at you.
laughing at
They'd
you.
put him into a sock and start baiting you with it.
This sock would be more powerful if it was 100 instead of 99 1 cent coins, you prick.
Count yourself lucky.
So thousands of coins were left scattered all over the lot in northeast Philadelphia. The Inquirer reports that prosecutors contend that the theft, which they now say totaled $235,000 in stolen dimes, was part of a spree of robberies from tractor trailers passing through the region. That also netted the thieves, so they kept robbing tractor trailers. So any people that had a truck, they pulled over to have a sleep, and in the tractor trailer these guys would break in. So they got $250,000 in dimes, but it gets stranger because once you find out that's not what they were there for. They were just there because it was a tractor trailer. So, in other crimes, they got crab legs, shrimp, meat, beer, and liquor.
So they're just lifting whatever is in the back of these trucks.
They don't care what's there. So, they turn up to this tractor trailer, and there's just thousands upon millions of
They're
fucking
just cutting out
dimes.
the middleman, where it's just like, okay, now we don't have to sell this stuff, I guess. Can you launder coins? Is that a thing that's done? Like, because presumably all those coins would be tracked. But, like, they're a 10-cent coin, so who's going to fucking check on that?
Yeah, is there... I don't think there's, like, codes on the 10-cent coins. It's only on notes.
Yeah, I don't think coins are... They'd have to be serialised somehow, wouldn't they?
I've never seen, like, a code on a coin. Unless it's on, like, the side or so, but we can't see it.
Some way that we're not able to see. Apparently it's literally not worth the value to track it.
There you go. Unless you have 1 million of them.
Just get all your illegal money in coins.
So you're just like, lads, we're not telling you how to commit crimes.
No,
we're just saying,
do that and then fake your debt and you'll be grand.
Do that, get pushed into a volcano by a goat. Nobody's going to question it.
You go off, you play the slots, win big.
Win big. They always win in the slots. That's what everyone knows. That they're unlosable.
Do you want to know an actual way to launder money?
Okay, it's just. I mean, you do realise that we're being recorded.
Yeah.
This is the last time you're going to do weird news before you fly out of the fucking country, you fucking idiot. But go on.
No, I'll tell you off mic then instead. Was that better?
No, please. I'm very interested, as are the listeners. How do you launder money?
I've seen videos on it. What you do is you go into, like, casinos and you put all of the dirty money into the one of the, like, machines that you can bet on, and then you press refund. And it'll just put out a slip that you bring up to the counter to get your money back. And so they give you back clean money.
Do you think the FBI are listening to this?
It's a video I saw on YouTube, so, like, I just think it's interesting that that's how
Does
it's done.
the guy from Ozark know this? Because he's wasting a load
He's
of time.
doing a load of... Walter White had to buy a car wash and shit like that.
What the fuck are you doing, lads? Just go into the casino.
Also, don't launder money. Like, it's a bad thing to do.
Unless you're stealing from one of the big boys. Then launder away, lads, is what I would say.
Wow. Oh, wow, you said it. That's interesting.
No, like, if it's like Amazon. like...
Yeah, keep going. Dig up.
No, like, if I'm saying, like, Jeff Bezos, right? If I steal money from Bezos, he doesn't need the fucking 100 grand. I'm laundering that.
Well, this is my thing, is that, like, because, you know, the genie wish of, like, give me $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just wish for... I think I've said this before. You can't wish for $1 billion to just appear because that'll ruin the economy. So that money needs to come from somewhere.
You take Bezos' money.
Take it straight from Bezos into your account. And then the same money exists in the world, but it's just in better hands.
You could even say, let me have half, because he won't notice that.
No, yeah, that's the thing. He's like, it's... He does, like, that man doesn't look at his bank account. He just assumes it's there, you know? So I'll just...
Well, it is. It's just building by the second. So you're like, I'd like half of whatever he has at this exact second. You're dealing with, like, at least fucking, I don't know, 500 billion straight away.
Yeah, and then I'm... And no one's going to question how I got that either. Like...
Because you'd live the same way.
I'd live the exact same life. But there would be signs, believe you me.
Go on, what would we decide? What's the first thing you're doing?
Oh, probably...
Give me 2 million scratch cards.
I tell you what, I'd be gone to Japan for 4 weeks, Conor. Yeah.
I dish out an extra few €100, just like counting the notes.
1 and 2 and
could we not stay for 6 months? No. Let's not get fucking crazy.
Let's not get too big for our boots here. Now.
Yeah, I have to go back to work.
I never got that. People who won the lottery and just went back to work the next day.
Trying to hide it from people they know.
Just get new people.
Oh, you're saying get people who like only like you for the money is what you're saying.
No. I think no, but why would you, if it's people you like, why wouldn't you tell them about it? You know, I'd tell you if I won the lotto.
Yeah, but people are greedy. You know what I mean? Like we deal with this and that. Like we work together. But I mean, there's certain people that you're like, if I won money, they'd kill me to take that money.
Oh, do you have people like that in your life?
I actually don't, but apparently there's TV shows where it does, but you don't know until it happens, Shaun. Technically.
Right, okay. Well, look, I wouldn't tell anyone. I would just quit my job. I just wouldn't show up.
Yeah, you just stop going, and then if people ask, you would say, "Oh, I'm still working there." Like, who's going to check in other than the people in the work?
That's it, and like, it's not like it's none of their business what I do with my time.
They don't matter.
Not that they don't matter. I like a lot of them a lot, but. I wouldn't be working.
But $1 billion is $1 billion.
Lad, even like if it was like it's far lower than
€10,
$1 billion, I would leave.
Like even €10. I think if someone said to you, Shaun, I'll cover your rent for the rest of your life, you'd be like, I'm done.
Like
I'm done. No more work
money
for Shaun.
I'll chip away at the podcast for a while, lads.
Okay, Shaun, we're going to finish off weird news this week with Florida man kicks down woman's door demanding water and something to smoke.
Wow. Does he know this woman or is it sinister?
Daryl Davidson, a 39-year-old Florida resident, has been incarcerated following an incident where he forcibly entered a random woman's residence. On Friday, witnesses reported that Davidson was displaying aggressive behaviour in the street. Then he comes up to the home, bangs on the door. She denies him entry. He then forcefully kicks her door open. After entering, he makes himself comfortable on her couch, sits down and demands water and something to smoke.
Jesus. Like of all the things to request, I suppose, that one of them is quite achievable anyway. You can get him water. What if she doesn't smoke?
After the woman who was shocked did not comply, he stood up and left.
Okay. So
and the reason why we're talking about this is the very next line is he did not attempt to commit any other crimes while inside the home.
He just said he'd chance it to
He just was dying for some water and a cigar or a smoke, and he was like, I'm really angry about that. I know, I'll go to this house, they'll help me.
And then when he didn't get the help, just went on his merry way.
I mean, it's not the right house for him.
Was
Move on to the next
soon
one.
After.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
All right. So there'll be
he
no
was
more
charged
doors
with
kicked.
criminal mischief, Shaun.
Oh, one of the best.
One of the best. The devilment was off the chart. Nobody got harmed. No, I mean, the door probably got kicked.
Yeah, that'll get repaired, surely.
That woman probably had her day ruined, but nothing actually happened to her in terms of physically. He didn't rob anything. He didn't damage anything other than the door. He just went in, sat down, didn't get the water he so seeked, and left.
It's quite the day. I wonder what time of the day this happened at. Because if it's like in the morning, I'm not going to work that day.
He then said he kicked down the woman's door because he was trying to tell her that she was in danger.
From what? Or who?
From him, I suppose.
I guess, but I think that would be plainly obvious by the time the door got kicked in.
Quick, I need to kick down your door to tell you someone's going to kick down your door.
What's it like? I'd love to kick open a door for a good reason.
Just as in, like, I think it really gives off an energy of like heroic behaviour.
Yeah, where it's like there's no time to fiddle with locks, or handles, and just one solid kick.
I think me and you are the type of people, though, we would throw the kick and our leg would buckle, and then we'd have that awkward moment where we take a step back and look at everyone and be like, that door's made of steel. I don't have any more questions, please.
And then someone turns the handle and it opens. Like, it's the classic bit.
We're the people in the movie to do that, yeah.
I think what both of us would do is we would, like, try the door and, like, give it a shove with, like, and then be like, maybe we can do it.
Yeah.
And then start kicking.
And there's a moment like, I'm going to kick. And then I always fear that, like, you'll kick, your foot will go through, and then your whole ankle will be cut up by the wood sticking in.
Apparently you need to kick it, like, by the bolt part that goes into the door.
I'm not strong enough to kick through a bolt.
It's more, like, not the hinge, like, but, like, the turny handle bit.
I would take the running start drop kick.
Just straight in, like.
I would like a wrestling drop kicker. I'd just leap in, like, horizontally and just fucking go for it.
Dude, like, kicking it's one thing, but just opening it with one jab of your shoulder. Oh, that's the move.
That's the move.
That's I'll never be able to do that, I guarantee you. Unless it's a very weak worm.
We have very small dreams.
Very small and, like, somewhat achievable dreams, I would say.
They're just out of reach. Achievable, but just out of reach.
Exactly, which is like it's where I like to keep 90% of my dreams.
Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week! Would you like me to take
or
us
this
out?
month's Weird News,
or this year, depending on if I win the lottery.
Oh shit! He's never coming back.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this.
Shaun, what if you're in Japan and you find a better host to do a show with? What happens then?
Oh well. What's the Japanese for heroes for hire? Let's look it up right now.
If it has a better ring to it, I'm leaving. Heroes
for hire in Japanese. That's just giving me translations of the famous comics. Yeah. Like, what's the
perfect. Now it's in Japanese. Perfect. I can read this.
Japanese translation to English. Here we go. And then we put in the words heroes for hire. Oh, jeez. I'm going to listen to this and then we're going to try and pronounce it.
Okay.
Yatoa Rehiro is the...
Fuck, that's pretty good.
That's actually pretty good. I think we should rebrand everything.
Yeah, I think it would be... I'll tell you something. After 5 years, it would be audacious to rebrand at this point.
Maybe it's to shake up the podcast needs to get above Shrine of Duty, Connor.
Maybe. Okay, this is it for this month's Weird News. Thank you all for joining. There will be episodes next week, don't worry about it. Shaun, we hope you have a lovely time.
Thank you very much, Connor. I really appreciate it. I'd like to give a big shout out before I go to all of the Patreon stuff. Patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Róisín the Wife Palmer, Joe Burney, Ryan Komatsu, Dozer, Enthusiast, Evanson, Shaun's uncle Fingers MaGee, here's a couple tenors, David Clarke, Shaun Chuck in the Wash and it'll be Grant Jamieson, Dominic, Anna Irish Walrus, Forever Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Frost, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine are renting a human-sized hamster wheel to see all the ocean ghosts. Russ, I'm struggling a bit here, Shaun. Would you happen to have one of your hilarious anecdotes available to help me out? Parfitt. Jackson Brueheim wonders if there's a variation of Kang that loves playing conkers called Kang the Conker-er. Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and Tipsy subscribe to the Patreon. Kira Lawler, Abs Kebabs, Judge Lahi, Killian Cronin, Kyle Borowski and Luke is back to the future of days past. Thank you all very, very much for your support of the show. We really appreciate it. All of our social media links are linked below, but the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lorraine.
I have been Yawato no Hero.
See you all next week, guys. Wait, no, in a while.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.